20-somethings are better educated than ever before, but when it comes to life skills, many struggle. Educator Raffi Grinberg created a popular course at Boston, I think it's Boston University, called Adulting 101 that taught students how to get a job, create a budget, file taxes, and more. And he has a new book out based on that course.
It's called How to Be a Grown-Up, the 14 Essential Skills You Didn't Know You Needed Until Just Now. And Raffi joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I love the idea of this book because I felt like once I graduated, I thought I knew everything. And then once I got into the job market and got my first job, I felt like I didn't know anything. And I think it was almost like a slap in the face of kind of the reality of it all. And I love what you said first. It's like face rejection, which is mentally, I think, was really difficult in my first job.
Especially when you're applying to jobs for the first time,
Right.
Each rejection feels like you can be totally unqualified for everything you're supposed to do after college. So I like to say that the ultimate superpower one could have is to be immune from rejection, because then you'd be willing to try anything. And so I tried to help prepare my students to gain that superpower. One of the assignments I gave them was to intentionally go out and get rejected, because the more you do it, the more you start to realize it doesn't end everything good in your life. And in fact, it helps you build that resilience that makes you unafraid to try more things.
Can I ask you about this course that you taught? Because this is fascinating to me. I'm always astonished. I mean, I have two college-age daughters, and it's just common sense things that I realized I never taught them how to do. It's like, are you teaching kids in this class how to balance your checkbook, how to do these simple life skills, or is it different than that, Raffi?
I'd say it's one step more complicated. Things are like how to invest your money, how to get health insurance, how to pay your taxes. I mean, it boggles my mind. You are required by law to pay your taxes, but nobody ever teaches you how to do that in school. So I tried to rectify that.
Oh, and I bet the people were slamming you to get into this class, correct?
It was the most oversubscribed course. It would fill in within a couple seconds of registration, which is why I ended up writing the book. I mean, the idea is to distill the knowledge that helped make these students' lives so much better and try to reach millions more people than could otherwise take it in the classroom.
So you have a whole section where you talk about lies that 20-somethings believe, or lies that are frequently told to 20-somethings. What are a few of those?
I'll give a couple. The first one is your 20s are just for exploring.
I hear that a lot.
I think there's no harm in exploring, but the problem is if you think you have all the time in the world, you'll never make the commitments that help you reach the greater things in life. And so, for example, most people say they do want to end up finding a long-term partner or getting married, and yet they don't behave that way because their dating is so casual. They don't try to make the commitments that will lead them to that point. And so I like to say exploring is great, but it has to be intentional. Your ultimate goal, if it is to commit, is to say, I want to try to find a good commitment. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay. I'll move on to the next thing. I've got plenty of time. But if you feel like you have all the time in the world, it will never happen. The second one I'll say is people tell 20-somethings buying a house is always a good investment. It's actually not necessarily true. I worked with an economist at Yale to build a model that compares buying a house to other forms of investments. Sometimes it's the right choice. Oftentimes it's not. It really depends on the person, their situation.
Wow.
We often hear too that your parents are always right. Your parents are going to guide you into the purpose that you're meant for in life, is particularly when you're in your early 20s. And sometimes that may not be the correct path for you.
Exactly. As you get older, you start to know what's best for you more than your parents do. And so what I like to advise people to do is to separate love and gratitude from doing exactly what other people want you to do. In the case of parents, I think it's okay to tell your parents, I love you, I'm grateful for everything you've given me, but that doesn't mean that I have to live the exact life you've prescribed for me. At this point, I'm a grown-up. I can value your input, but make my own decisions.
Talk about kind of investing that young people should do. When do you start saving for retirement? How do you build your credit? A couple of quick tips financial-wise.
This is another thing I'm shocked they never teach in school, which is if you don't save for retirement, you will likely not have enough to live on when you are retired. That's the bad news. But the good news is you don't need to save as much money as you may think you do because of the magic of investing. Investing can be incredibly complicated to learn about because there's so much misinformation or just misleading information out there. And so what I tried to do is build an actual curriculum step by step that teaches it, starting from the basics, getting to the point of what your financial strategy should be in just 30 pages. And so the ultimate strategy I get to is to help people build a step-by-step plan of what to do with your money first. So first, get the most important insurance you need to avoid some kind of accident that could ruin your life with liability. Second, to pay off your high interest debt. And then third, to start investing in something like an IRA.
Is there a good resource for people just getting into the workforce in terms of, health insurance, how to figure out, short-term, long-term disability? Because I remember when I first got employed and getting this list of like, hey, you can deduct this much from your paycheck to get different types of health insurance, like a PPO, HMO, and then long-term disability, short-term disability, which one should I elect? I had no idea really what I was doing. So I was just like, the least amount of deductions. I want the most money I can get. Are there certain resources to use?
Confusing.
Yes, it really was confused.
I'm smiling because that was my experience too in my first job out of college when they gave us those forms. Every single one of us went in the hallway to call our parents and ask them what to do. Another travesty, they don't teach us in school what these things mean. And so the short of it is health insurance is incredibly important to avoid a life-ruining accident from ruining your life with the bills that come with it. But I like to say that health insurance is kind of like insurance stapled to a Netflix subscription service for healthcare. It's a very odd thing. It's not true insurance. It's as if when you got car insurance, it also came with a subscription service to a mechanic who could do maintenance on your car. And so you need to distinguish those two things. Say part of this is the insurance that's going to cover those life-ruining things from ruining me financially, but part of it is also just a subscription to healthcare. And there I need to be careful with how I'm spending my money because premiums that are too high may not be worth it if you're otherwise healthy.
So I'm assuming people can go to your book and you'll lay out exactly what everyone needs to do about all of these things.
I have a handy dandy chart that shows you exactly what all these terms and acronyms mean.
That's great. Well, once again, the book is How to Be a Grown-Up, the 14 Essential Skills You Didn't Know You Needed Until Just Now. For more, you can go to RaffiGrinberg.com. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.